Welcome back to the channel Gadgets for Gentlemen. In this very short video, I'm going to share something with you that could be helpful to you. So I recently bought the iPhone SE 3 and this is a beautiful phone. I bought it because I wanted a secondary phone to take with me, for example, on my holidays. And this is my phone that I've been using for about a year perhaps. This is the iPhone 14 Pro that I absolutely love and that I really adore. But I decided to buy the iPhone SE 3 because it's super lightweight, it's very compact, and it's very affordable. For example, in the holidays, you always have a risk of your phone being stolen. And with the iPhone SE 3, I thought it was a no-brainer to bring with me on my holiday. So I started using the iPhone SE for a couple of hours, and it was refreshing in a way to have something that is a bit more lightweight, and I'll come back to that in a second. But I also started to be quite annoyed by the user experience. So I decided to make this short video to inform you about my experiences, and this could be helpful if you are deciding to purchase an affordable iPhone. Maybe some things to avoid. So let's get started. The iPhone SE, the third generation, can be purchased in different colors. So let's get started with this quick comparison and this quick review. So the iPhone SE 3 can be purchased in this beautiful color called Midnight. It can be purchased in the color Starlight and in the color Red, which is called Product Red. Now here on the left we have the iPhone 14 Pro that I will be using for this comparison, but I will also include some screenshots of the iPhone 15 and the iPhone 15 Pro. So the iPhone 14 Pro that I have right here can no longer be purchased with Apple, but you might find a good deal somewhere else. So for the purpose of this video, I will include screenshots of the iPhone SE 3rd generation, the iPhone 15 and iPhone 15 Pro, because all of these can be purchased directly on Apple. So the iPhone SE 3rd generation, it retails at $429 US, and you will get the very basic model with 64 gigabytes of storage, and I'll get back to it. Now you can also go for the latest iPhone, the iPhone 15, the base model retails for $799 US, or you could go Pro. So again, this is 14, but you could also get the 15 Pro, which retails for $999. So my argument in this video is, if you just need a phone to make phone calls, if you don't want to spend much money, if you don't have a lot of requirements using your iPhone, I think the iPhone SE 3rd generation is a wonderful phone because you get everything you love about Apple. You have a beautiful design, you have high quality product, you have a super easy to use product, and this time around in a very affordable price point at $429. But if only you want to use the phone for a longer duration, if you have higher requirements of your phone, if you spend a lot of time using the phone, then I really advocate for getting the iPhone 15 or 15 Pro, because I think the SE 3rd generation will let you down in the long term. So let's get started. Biggest differences. With the iPhone SE 3rd generation, we have a 4.7 inch Retina HD display. With the 15, as well as with the 15 Pro, you have a much larger screen. You have 6.1 inches. And one benefit of the 15 Pro is you have the always on display. With my 14 Pro, I disabled that function because I'm not really using it much. These devices are made from aluminium. The Pro is made of stainless steel, and when you get the 15 Pro, you have a case made of titanium. Now, what is one of the nice things about the Pro is you have the dynamic island, which is this cutout here, that functions as a little display, giving you some information as well. This is something that is not yet available with the SE3. So that is one small difference. Also, when we go and look inside of the iPhone, we can see that the iPhone SE third generation has the A15 Bionic chip, but with the iPhone 14 Pro we have the A16 Bionic chip. And what I can already testify is that the chip on the iPhone 14 Pro and also with the iPhone 15, also A16, or iPhone 15 Pro, A70 Pro, will give you much better performance in terms of using the apps, scrolling through websites. It's just so much nicer compared to the SE third generation. Now let me continue. When it comes to cameras, the iPhone SE third generation, it has a single camera system with 12 megapixels. It has optical zoom one time, and it's a nice camera, but it's very, very basic. If you look at, for example, the iPhone 14 Pro, but also if you look into the 15 and the 15 Pro, you have way more features. For example, in terms of optical zoom, you have a dual or you have a pro camera system, which means you have way more cameras to use with your phone with a much better lens and megapixels. Now, I think one of the biggest differences in these phones is with the SE, the third generation, you have up to 15 hours video playback. So with this battery, when it's 100%, the battery capacity and it's fully charged, you get up to 15 hours of video playback. With the 14 Pro, I'm not sure how much it is exact, but with the 15, you get 20 hours of video playback. And with the 15 Pro, you get up to 23 hours of video playback. So this is a big improvement. Now, when it comes to the ports, the iPhone SE third generation supports Lightning. The 15 as well as the 15 Pro support USB-C. Now, there's another key thing. I think if you're really a fan of Touch ID, then the iPhone SE third generation is the only phone that still has the Touch ID, while the 15 and the 15 Pro, they no longer have that button with the Touch ID, but they use the Face. Let me demonstrate. They use the Face ID in terms of, and here we see the dynamic island. They use the Face ID to unlock the phone, which is something that I really like, but I could also see why some people prefer to just use a finger to unlock the phone. However, what I noticed, and I'll come back to it, that strip where you have the Touch ID is actually taking away from your screen real estate. But I'll come back to that in a second. I'm not sure about this, but it seems to be that the iPhone SE third generation has a glass front and back, but the 15 as well as the 15 Pro, they have something they call a ceramic shield on the front, which is, they claim, tougher than any other smartphone glass. So for the purpose of this video, I'm just recording the phones like this, but I would always recommend using a tough case with these phones and maybe even a screen protector. For example, with the 14 Pro, as you can see, I have a screen protector applied because I don't want to play games with these phones. I don't want any damage. The 15 as well as the 15 Pro have a better protection against water compared to the SE. The 15 Pro are compatible with MagSafe cases, wallets, wireless chargers and more, but the SE third generation is not. Now these are maybe just some small things, all right? One bigger difference between these phones has to be the weight. The SE third generation only weighs 144 grams and it's really lightweight. It's really, I would say, like a bit of fresh air to have such a lightweight phone. The iPhone 15 weighs 171 grams and the 15 Pro weighs 187 grams. And also in terms of dimensions, the iPhone third generation SE is a bit smaller in every angle. Now, biggest difference, or one of the biggest difference, has to be that battery. I discussed video playback, but also audio playback. Third generation SE, 50 hours of audio playback. With the 15 it's 80 hours, and with the 15 Pro it's 75 hours. All these phones, they have the fast charge, which is really nice if you use the 20 watt power adapter to charge it. Now display, again, this is huge difference in terms of the screen real estate, the screen size that you have. For example, when you go to any website, I hope to demonstrate here. I think this is like similar-ish when you go with the 15 and 15 Pro. You can see that the screen size is so different compared to these two phones. We have about, I would say, about this size of screen. And with this one, it's like all the way, like it's almost like no bezels. You only have the dynamic island, as you can see right here. iPhone 15 Pro. So in terms of screen real estate, the SE is a bit limited, honestly. And when you're used to using a larger phone, then using the SE is a bit of disappointment, honestly. Now, another difference is the resolution, but also the nits. For example, the brightness on the 15 and 15 Pro is so much better than the SE third generation. So again, the iPhone SE third generation gets the job done. But for me, the biggest deal breaker when I was using the SE third generation was the battery. When I was using the phone, I noticed that the battery was already like draining like so much, and I was just using simple things. But with my 14 Pro that I've been using for about a year, the battery sometimes just does not seem to care. Like it will stay in the same position for over and over and over and over, even doing difficult tasks. So again, to sum up this video, if you want a simple, lightweight, portable, affordable phone, then the iPhone SE third generation is a great phone. As you can see, it has a nice design, so on and so forth. However, I would not go with the 64 gigs of storage. I would definitely maybe get the 128 or a bit more, because when you're using some apps, I noticed within a couple of hours my storage was already full. Of course, there are ways to optimize storage, but I think you would not want to take the risk of a very 64 very base storage. I would advocate, if you are a bit of a heavier user, to get the 15 or to get the 15 Pro. Of course, it will cost you a bit more, but it's so much more feature rich, and I think it's also so much better in terms of the future, in terms of updates and in daily use. It's just so much of a nicer phone with such a big screen, big battery, super fast performance. I really love the 14 Pro. You could probably also get the 14 Pro for a great deal with some other retailers. But then again, maybe it's better to just get the latest, get the 15 or the 15 Pro directly through Apple or a place like, for example, like Amazon. So you have the latest. So I hope this video has been helpful. If it was, then please leave me a like, comment, let me know what you think. Do you think my argument holds its ground? Do you think I'm wrong? Do you think the iPhone SE third generation is a great phone also for everyone? Let me know in the comment section. If you like this video, then also please consider to subscribe. It helps me a lot. Have a fantastic day and see you soon.